So today I'm going to rank all the five Marvel Cinematic Universe films, and let's start off with the fifth one. So the fifth one is the most recent movie, the Thor: Love and Thunder. Now I think I said second in my review, but then it changed to the fifth one. And while it still make I still and yeah, it's still a great film, but and it does have some really funny and awesome moments, but it does not truly as in as as unique as the other MCU films as the next ones. With the next one will be kind of an will be disagreement opinion, which is Avengers Endgame. Now, now, like I said, super disagree opinion, because Avengers Endgame is a really popular film. It's the highest grossing film of all. It was at the time was the highest grossing movie of all time until Avatar came along, and it's still don't get me wrong, it's still a really fun film. It has some good characters, good acting, good special effects, good premise, which is about traveling to the to, traveling back in time to get all the stones from Thanos. But then Thanos from 2014 got all the stop them and then fight them, and all the Avengers, including the ones that died in Infinity War, showed up to fight. And that was sick. One of the sickest things I have ever seen in a Marvel movie. Like, really sick. And Iron Man's death was such a big surprise because of how important, how much an important Marvel character he is, not just in movies but in comics as well. He always is the most popular. But yeah, he dies in it by sacrificing himself to save the world, which makes all the bad guys, including Thanos, disappear. So I'm curious what happens since that's 2014 Thanos. I wonder how Thanos can and Infinity War could what happened to Vision. I mean, he's still dead, but still. And then it's also the last Captain America movie with Chris Evans because he's now old, and the ending set up Falcon Winter Soldier. The third one in here is Age of Ultron. Now let me explain why. First of all, the outfits in this are really type of quite unique. And Captain America's one is the most unique suit that he has. Thor's suit, even though I like the Thor: Love and Thunder like prominent one a lot cooler because it looks really cool and colorful. Though it kind of looks way a bit too colorful. His Age of Ultron suit is pretty unique, even for because it looks similar to this Avengers suit, but it's different with no sleeves. But it's still unique. And it's also the film that introduced Ultron, Scarlet Witch, and Quicksilver. And Quicksilver dies in this. Oh, and also the introduction of Claw, who later appears in Age of Ultron. I mean, Black Panther, starring Chadwick Boseman, which sadly passed away 2020. It's so sad he died. And there's gonna be a Black Panther 2 this year, and it's the least hype Marvel movie ever because of that. But I'm curious to see Neymar in the MCU. Um, and the fight scenes are great as well. The characters are good as well. The story is interesting. the design of Ultron is pretty cool. Yeah. And the second one is Shang-Chi and the Legend of Ten Rings. Now, similar to Eternals, which is like the least favorite MCU film, I never heard of this character in general. Like until they announced the movie, he I never before this movie was announced, I never heard of him. But when they announced the film, it was really interesting to see a martial arts MCU film, and did not disappoint because not only because the martial arts in here is amazing, but also the costumes are really cool. The acting is cool with Simu Liu and Aquafina. The characters are cool, like Chang-Chi and the Mandarin, who is really an interesting type of villain who tries to do things about his dead wife, but then Chang-Chi stops him, but then the Mandarin redeems himself, but then he got killed by the dragon he accidentally summoned. And the builds, the locations, and the Return Abomination. It's really a unique type of film. You know, because Wong was in this movie, I thought he would be in Doctor Strange too, but he's not. And the first one is Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, this one I was not like quite excited at No Way Home at first, but when the trailer dropped, I got super excited because the return of Doc Ock, Green Goblin, and Lizard and Electro, which are the same characters from the Sam Raimi and Amazing Spider-Man films. And I got hyped, and it did not disappoint because there could be spoilers in this. But now let me explain why. The action, fantastic. Every fight scene, like from the Doctor Strange versus Spider-Man, the final battle, the fight between Spider-Man and Doc Ock, and the part where Aunt May dies in it was sick battle, and Aunt May's death was quite sad. And the premise is very unique because it's about Spider-Man wanting to everyone forget who Spider-Man is after Mysterio reveals it, and it becomes and it becomes and everyone considers him a criminal. And the Matt Murdock cameo, which was awesome because like Hawkeye and like Kingpin and Hawkeye, it's pretty cool to see a Netflix character back after their cancellation, and it was really cool. So yeah, that was a amazing cameo. Same with Eddie Brock, who appears in the mid credit scene. But the one I want to talk about the most is the the return of Toby and Andrew in this movie. I was we were all speculating that they would be in the film after the villain's appearance, but they didn't show up in the trailer. No Marvel no one that works at Marvel told us about it. But when we watched the movie in the theater, we all clapped and screamed when we saw Toby and Andrew show up, and it was sick. Return to them, and yeah, and they did the pointing meme at the behind the scenes, and it was amazing. Yeah. This Spider-Man No Way Home is not only the best Marvel movie, it's the best. It's my favorite movie ever because of those reasons. So yeah, that is it for this video. What are your favorite Marvel movies? Peace out. Bye. See you for another big video.